Welcome back to another ACE in Education video, ACE in Education video, sorry. And this video, we are going to be learning about solving simple inequalities and graphing them. So let's just start. So let's get up the board. All right, here we go. So x plus 3 is less than 6. Now, how are we going to solve it? It is very similar to the way that we'd solve an equation. In fact, it's like this. So I will rewrite it over here. And then we want to isolate the variable. So I'll just subtract 3 from both sides. That cancels that out. That leaves us with x is less than 3. So this is our solution. Read the question. We also need to graph this inequality. Let's figure out how to do that. So first, to graph it, we'll need, well, a number line. So I'm going to draw a number line. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to label, kind of plot all our points. Okay, and now we need to obviously label them. Eight. All right, and now let's look. So we need x is less than 3. And now, quick side note, you don't need to write this down, but we can also write this as 3 is greater than x. We usually write the variable first, so it's more clear that what we're talking about. Okay, so quick side note. And what we need to do is we put a circle at 3. That's our first step. So we put a circle at the number that's not at the term that's not the variable. So that in this case is 3. And we can either do a closed circle or like shaded in circle, or we can do an open circle. Now, an open circle means that the solution set does not include the number, or in other words, strictly less than or greater than. Now, closed set, it's kind of the opposite. It can be greater than / less than or equal to. All right, so let's start. We first put an open circle at 3 because, well, our solution set does not include 3. And then we need the values less than 3. So we draw an array going to the left. Remember, don't be sloppy. Label the whole number line. So this is our graph, and this is our solution set. Let's try one more. Okay, so we need to solve and graph this inequality. So again, we write the problem. Okay, we can divide both sides by 2 to isolate the variable. And we get x is greater than or equal to -2. So remember that, don't let the negative throw you off, okay? Because the negative is in the denominator. Do not flip the inequalities. The negative is the numerator, so do not flip the inequality sign, okay? Only when you're multiplying or dividing by a negative, you flip it, okay? So this is our solution. Let's make our graph. This time I'm going to use little bigger intervals because I want to keep this video not too long. So we have okay, and now we have to draw a closed circle at -2 because, well, It includes -2, the solution set. And then we want all the values greater or than or equal to -2, so we have to go to the right. Okay, so this is our graph. This is our solution set, and we're done. Let's try one more problem. John is at least, oh, this is a word problem. Okay, I just realized myself. John is at least $400 in debt. It's pronounced debt, not debt, by the way. Write an inequality to represent the situation. You also need to graph it, okay? I mean, oh, we don't really need to solve this actually. So at least $400 in debt. At least. So at least means it can be greater than, we probably use the symbol greater than or equal to, because at least mean at minimum this, it can't be less, but it can be greater. So we have that. And we have to be careful here. We can't just write 400 because he's $400 in debt. That means he doesn't have $400. He owes $400. Okay, so we have to use -400. Okay, and then we can use the dollar sign. And then, so we can use our variable as x. So x is at least -400. Solve it. We'll do that down here. Here. Again, I'm gonna count in, that's kind of bad. Again, I'm gonna count in intervals of 2. All right. And now let's, oh, I messed up. Okay, let's start. So this is gonna be negative, just gotta grab my pen, -500, -300, okay, and -400, we know lies between, so around there. 100. We do it in the same color just to signify that the number matches with the mark. So let's graph this. So at least, that means we have to use a closed circle. And then it can be anything greater than that. So we need a one going to the right. And we're done with this problem. Let's try one more word problem just to make sure we got this down here. I have no more than 4 cookies. Okay, I love cookies. I don't know why whoever made this problem, I have no more than 4 cookies. Write an inequality to represent the situation. Solve, I don't know. Solve and graph. Okay, so we don't need to solve it, by the way. No more than 4 cookies. So you can't have 5 cookies, 6 cookies, 7 cookies, anything greater than that, because that's more than 4 cookies, and we have no more. I can't have 4 since 4 is not more than 4, so I can have 4 or less. That means that we need less than or equal to 4, and then we can use our variable x. All right, so now, oops, sorry about that. So now we have that. Let's graph it. Sorry, this is kind of bad. Okay, and then I'm gonna count in 2 intervals again. Okay, and then we have, let's see, 1, put 0 over there, 2. Okay, and then we draw a closed circle at 2, and it has to be, it can, I mean, not a 2, 4, I meant. And then it can't be more, so it has to be less than or equal to. Means we go to the left. This is our graph. This is our solution. And we are done. So that is it for this video. I will see you next time.